Today we're going to talk about substitution problems. In a substitution problem, you're usually going to have an equation that has two different variables, and both variables have to be solved for. The way that you solve an equation with two variables is you create a substitution equation, and you substitute into your original equation to help you find your missing variables. You're most commonly going to see substitution problems when you're talking about perimeter, length, and width. If we take a look at this question right here, it says the length of a rectangle is 6 more than its width. The perimeter of the rectangle is 24 inches. I want to know the length of the rectangle. The first thing you want to do is highlight your important information. We know that the length of the rectangle is 6 more than the width. We know the perimeter is 24. We know that we're looking for the length. You already know your formula for perimeter. It's perimeter equals 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. You also already know that your perimeter is equal to 24, but you have two variables here, a length and a width, and you don't have any more information other than you know the length is 6 more than the width. That piece of information right there is actually going to be your substitute equation. It tells us that the length is 6 more than the width, so if I write that out using algebra, L equals my width plus 6, okay, where L stands for length and W stands for width. This value right here is my substitution equation, or my substitution statement. I'm going to take this information and I'm going to substitute it in for L because I can only have one variable in this original equation, and since I have two, I'm going to replace my L in the original equation with W plus 6. So if you look at what I've written down here, instead of writing L, I wrote the highlighted information W plus 6, so you can see that they are the same thing. Now I have an equation that only has one variable, so I can solve for W. I start by distributing 2 to everything in parentheses. 24 equals 2W plus 12. Plus I've still got my 2W from before from my original equation. Combine like terms, 24 equals 4W plus 12. Subtract 12 from both sides. 4W equals 12. Divide both sides by 4. My width is equal to 3. Now, I just found my width, but my original question is asking for my length. So once I know what my width is, I have to put it into my substitution statement up at the top. I know my width is 3, so therefore my length has to be 9.